Welcome to Going Deeper with Giving Projects. My name is Shannon Foylon, and I'm the co-director of the Giving Project Network. We're a national network of 7 social justice foundations that use the Giving Project model. I'm here with my co-director, Tracy.
Hey all, I'm Tracy Ganyu. There are lots of great models of collective giving and participatory grant making to support important work and organizations. And we're excited to talk to you specifically about the Giving Project model and how it's different from some of those other models like Giving Circles. I actually did a Giving Project with Social Justice Fund Northwest in 2016. And for me, it was a profound opportunity to get grounded during a politically unstable time. I was drawn to it because it was designed to be intentionally diverse with a clear purpose, to collectively move money to local community organizing. When everything felt so big and out of my control, this was a space where I felt like I could actually do something. And we did. I was so moved by what our small cohort did together in 6 months. We were held through a collective journey of personal and historical discovery while getting practical skills to bring our communities along with us. When at the time we were told our goal would be to raise $100,000 together, I thought it was impossible. But nothing is impossible when a group of people are committed to a shared purpose. We exceeded our goal and we were able to fund 7 organizations at $20,000 each, and we organized our people into movement as well. I love Giving Projects, and in an effort to bring more people along with us, we wanted to invite you into what makes them so special.
So there are 3 things we want to lift up here about how the Giving Project is unique. So we like to say that none of these elements are that original or that unique. Social movements and social justice foundations have actually been using political education and different organizing styles for generations. But what is unique is how the Giving Project combines these elements into a 6-month program where a group of 20 people from a community, a group that's intentionally diverse by race and class, is facilitated through a process of political education, individual donations, grassroots fundraising, and participatory grant making. By the end of a Giving Project, each member of this group is a donor organizer and a grant maker with deep understanding of social justice organizing in their area. So we're going to talk more about these diverse cohorts across race and class, the political education on systemic oppression, and the donor organizing framework. And at the end, we'll let you know how to get involved. So Tracy, will you kick us off with the first thing that makes Giving Projects unique?
You got it. So first, Giving Project cohorts are designed to bring together participants with diverse race and class backgrounds and identities. Typically, cohorts are at least half Black, Indigenous, and people of color, and usually people with wealth are in the minority. We also pay attention to other identities such as age and lived experience with social justice issues. We center BIPOC communities with working and middle class backgrounds to shift the typical power dynamics in philanthropy. While the cohort is an intentionally mixed space, participants also have the opportunity to connect with others who hold shared identities in both race and class caucuses. Unlike many Giving circles where people come together because they already have a shared race or class identity or existing social networks, what brings Giving Project participants together is a personal commitment to the shared purpose of moving money to movement. Using a cohort model allows us to disrupt individualism and build relationships and accountability to a group. But it's not always easy. We are inviting participants into the growth and transformation that is possible when pushed outside of our comfort zones, with support, of course, the support of each other and the container that the facilitators hold. Giving Projects have a value of collective liberation, meaning that we believe that everyone can play a role in liberating ourselves and humanity from systems of oppression. Mixed cohorts help us build a bigger we. Shan, you want to tell us about the second thing that makes Giving Projects unique?
Definitely. So the second element we want to lift up that makes Giving Project unique is the anti-oppression education, especially digging into systemic racism and classism. We unpack how the system of racial capitalism developed, how the system structures power in our society along race and class lines, and how the system affects us personally, our families, our communities, and also about how we talked or didn't talk about money growing up. We look at how philanthropy has too often served as a tool of the rich and powerful to maintain the power of a few, rather than to fundamentally create systemic change that redistributes resources to meet community needs. In Giving Projects, we ground in local histories of the harms of systemic oppression, as well as the sometimes hidden histories of resistance to oppression. It's also important that this education is interactive based in popular education pedagogy. So participants can really process the information, share their own lived experiences to collectively develop a shared understanding in the group. Grounded in the need to organize resources collectively to change systems, Giving Projects exclusively move money to community organizing that builds leadership and power of those targeted by oppression to be able to affect systemic change. Tracy, tell us about the third element.
The third and final element we're talking about today is the practice of being both a donor and an organizer. We believe everyone has the capacity to be both. Giving Project participants are donors in the sense that everyone is asked to make a personally meaningful gift. This amount is different for everyone based on their means and ability, but whether it's $50 or $5,000 or $50,000, it's often the largest donation they've made. And participants are organizers in that they fundraise through direct organizing one-on-ones. Members of the Giving Project share their journey and their commitment to movement, listen to what is important to their friends, family, coworkers, and invite them in to support movements for social change. We organize our own communities through these asks. Donor organizing breaks down the separation between organizers on one hand and donors on the other. Giving Projects train donor organizers to organize both people and resources. Leveraging the relationships, communities, and resources we each have access to, we can all play a role in organizing people and money to support liberation work.
So doesn't this all sound great? So how do you get involved? Well, if you're an individual, you can apply to join a Giving Project to build your donor organizing skills and practice. There are Giving Projects running around the country in Philadelphia, Denver, Chicago, Hawaii, Minneapolis, New York, and in the Northwest, particularly in Seattle and Portland. So if you're in one of these places that has a Giving Project, you can get in touch with your local social justice foundation. If you have close ties or relationships to one of these places, you may be able to participate in a virtual Giving Project on a case-by-case basis as well. If there isn't a Giving Project where you live, you can share this information with your friends and family in these different places. And Giving Projects are really great for anyone who can make the commitment, whether you're a longtime organizer wanting to build your fundraising skills, a donor wanting to build your organizing skills, or if you're completely new to movement and looking to build community around ending oppression and redistributing wealth. Giving Projects are great for folks already working in philanthropy too, who want to build your analysis and practice. So whether or not you decide to do a Giving Project, we hope you'll explore the many ways to move money to social justice movements and local grassroots organizing.
And if you work at a social justice public foundation or intermediary, we'd love to work with your organization to possibly pilot a Giving Project. And we want to be upfront that this program takes a lot of resources, usually the equivalent of one full-time employee across 2 staff positions. And it takes about a year to plan and get onboarded into the network and get a Giving Project running. And the effort and capacity is worth it, I promise. Under the right conditions, it can really transform an organization and strengthen the ecosystem of social justice organizing in your area. So check us out on the Join Us section of our website to learn more and get in touch.
So finally, if you're in philanthropy, whether it's private foundations, family foundations, community foundations, or you're an individual donor that wants to support, we encourage you to participate in a Giving Project yourself, and also to build an ongoing institutional relationship with your local social justice fund. The Giving Project is a really amazing and impactful program, and it strengthens organizing. And we're always looking for funding partners who are aligned with our vision of well-resourced liberation movements, so to underwrite the costs of running a Giving Project. We're also looking for funding to support replication of the Giving Project model in new places. Here at the Giving Project Network, we have a dream that anyone anywhere can do a Giving Project. And if you have resources to help us make that happen, we would love to talk. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you have deepened your understanding of the Giving Project model. Check us out at givingprojects.org to stay connected.